What's good, everybody? It's your boy First Degree back at y'all with another video. And Chicago Sky, they fall to the Valkyries, at the Valkyries in Golden State, in Valhalla Arena as they're calling it. And it's just another loss for the team. They showed a lot of fight, showed they can compete, but I think that's almost as frustrating as like a blowout loss because what we saw was, we saw a lot of good things. Ariel Atkins, Angel Reese, Kia Nurse, they all shot well tonight. But there was just a lot of mistakes made, especially down the stretch, which made it very frustrating. There was a lot of frustrating with the officiating going on. It looks like Chicago Sky couldn't get a whistle. I mean, I saw Angel Reese getting held, getting, pushed around, all that. Especially when going for rebounds, going for boards, no whistle, no calls. But it's funny, is and how convenient it's like they would call fouls when a bucket was either about to be made or got made, but of course the whistle would be blown perfectly on those fouls, like right before, so it wouldn't be a shooting foul, and then we'd have to reset on offense and we wouldn't cash in on it. And the times we did get to the free throw line, we didn't shoot the best. I mean, Angel only got to the free throw line once, made both hers. E Will went 1 for 6. She's kind of the main, free throw line low percentage that kind of messed us up today. But it is what it is. That's not the only reason we lost. We made a lot of bad. Reese had that bad foul on Monique Billings at the end when all we needed was a stop. It was 1 second left on shot clock. She fouled. She reached in. She overall, honestly, our defense to me frustrated me the most today watching because it seems like we couldn't even guard without fouling, right? Like, and our perimeter defense is already not that good, not that great. But it seemed like every time, we could make a stop, just about we'd be fouling. I mean, like Ariel Atkins had like 5 personals, Angel had like 5 personals, Michaela Onyenwerde had like 5 personals, and those are our 3 best defenders, honestly, with Camila Cardoso being out, which we definitely could have used her today because when I say it looks like Angel Reese was the only person hustling to the basket, crashing the glass, she had what 17 rebounds today, and it seems like she was the only one who could get a rebound. It was just it was bad. Angel Reese, she frustrated me slightly, but I kind of it's kind of give and take with her because there'll be times on defense where she will give her opponent a lot of space. Her what's the word I'm looking for? Her assignment, which was Monique Billings primarily. And Monique's Billings, she's a good player. She can get her own shot off. She's not a bum or anything like that. She's Valkyrie's arguably like their second best player, if you ask me. But yeah, man. But she's trying to help her teammates because our team is, like I said, we don't have the greatest defensive team. Kia Nurse out there tonight was allowing everything just about on defense. Kate Martin, and Caitlin Chen were cooking her. Um, Ariel Atkins didn't have the best defensive night, especially with being in foul trouble. Rebecca Allen, Rachel Banham didn't have the greatest defensive night. So it seems like Angel Reese is caught ball watching a lot because she's trying to guard everybody on the team. But a lot of times that leaves her open for like back doors and, having to close out at the last second on her opponent. So it's a little frustration there, but like I said, she was the only one hustling, the only one trying to crash the glass, grab boards. I need more effort from the team. On offense, the effort was there. Rachel Bannon hit some big shots in the game. Kia Nurse hit a lot of big shots. Ariel Atkins, they all shot pretty well, sub 50%, about 7 for 16, I think, for all of them on the night. So, not too bad. But yeah, man, it was just a frustrating loss because we have these close games with these teams and we just don't cash in on them. And the Valkyries, shout out to them. That they are coached very well. Coached very well. They are a hustling team. They show effort. It seems like every single play. Shout out to Caitlin Chen. She had an amazing game shooting tonight. Kate Martin was going crazy, and above all, Kayla Thornton, bro. Top 5 this year. Got to be a top 5 player this year. I've been voting her for All Stars. I don't know, you guys can let me know down below who your All Star picks have been this season. But to me, Kayla Thornton to me is playing like a top 5 player this year. Valkyries, they're up and down this season, but for an expansive team, Me personally, they're overachieving by a lot. And they don't even have all their players available, which is crazy. But yeah, Kayla Thornton with a career high tonight. I think she had, I want to say she had 30, 28, 30, 32, something around that range. I don't have the stats. I kind of freestyled this video after the game. But yeah, man, big win for the Valkyries, Golden State. Shout out to them. Chicago still has a lot of struggling to do. Still got a lot of things we just got to work on, especially down the stretch. We were up at times in this game, but we just didn't take advantage, especially in that second quarter when Kayla Thornton was in foul trouble. We still lost the quarter like 20-12. I think that was a big difference maker here. The free throws were a big difference maker, and just overall, just bailing them out too much. They were getting so many offensive rebounds. We were fouling them on too many shots, and when we could have just stick tight defense without being too hyper, overly aggressive and pushy. But that's all I really got for this video, guys. Didn't really come on to say too much. Just wanted to at least address the loss. I think we're 1-4 in our last 5 games or something like that. Big win against LA the other day. I'll drop some videos, collaboration I did talking about that soon. But yeah, that's all I got. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Your boy's trying to get to 500 subscribers. Hey, it's only a few days left in the month. You can help me get there by the end of the month. That'd be great. So share this, shout me out. Share it on your social media. Do whatever. If you're messing with the videos, if your friends, out there like sports, point them my way. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. And yeah, hope you have a blessed rest of your night. Peace.